What's up, y'all? As always, all glory goes to the Most High, God, because I literally wouldn't be here at all. Literally, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, all that. I'll be gone. So, as I always say, I am nothing but flesh, a mere mortal. So, don't thank me. Thank the Lord. So, today, it's going to be a short video. Or it's actually nighttime where I'm at. So, I'm finna react. I just found this channel. Because I just typed in cheating Reddit stories. And it's called Smosh Pit. That's the name of the YouTube channel. And they got like a whole 50, like an hour and 10-minute video, actually. Of 5 questions. And I'm not finna go through all that. All I'm finna do, out of the 5 questions, I'm only gonna do 3 to begin with. And then even with those 3, I'm only gonna show the part where they read the question, and then I'm gonna react on my own. I'm not finna listen to their opinions on this. Because, I'm pretty sure my opinion is gonna be vastly different than a lot of stuff that they gonna say. So, real quick, the reason why I'm not doing all 5 questions is, one, apparently the last one, the woman said, did she get chlamydia from her husband cheating, or was it a koala? And apparently at first they both blamed each other for cheating, and like the relationship was kind of rocky for 2.5 years, and then it turned out I guess you can get chlamydia from koalas. They live in Australia, so I'm not even finna react to that. And the next one that I'm not gonna react to is my husband thinks I'm cheating because we're out of condoms. Now, here's the thing with this one. This one can go either way, in my opinion. But enough information wasn't given for me to give any, conclusive information. Because, for one, I'm not here to take sides of one gender. Yes, I'm primarily talking to men on these videos. But that's only because men have the ability to primarily think logically, and they listen more. Women, most women, no matter how much logic you give them, they're not going to listen. They're going to either argue to try to get you in your feelings, or they're going to bend the truth to their own narrative. So, yeah. But, pretty much, let me see. Yeah, so, I guess they didn't have sex a lot, and they ran out of condoms, and I guess the husband, quote unquote, kept up with the amount of condoms, which he could have done, or he probably just can't count worth of shit. And so, I'm not doing that one. So the first one I am going to do is, my wife is helping our friend cheat, and I know exactly what I want to say to this. Oh, there we go.
Am I the asshole for being very upset that my wife is helping her friend cheat on her husband?
Wife, friend is helping, husband. I'm there.
Oh, he is saying that their wife is helping.
Okay, this woman isn't quite understanding the question.
He lost me again.
So the guy writing this in,
yes,
he's like, my wife is helping her friend cheat on her husband.
I'm there. Okay. I'm a visual girl. We've been over this.
Yes.
Have to draw it.
A while ago, my wife and her friend went on a weekend trip, which seemed fine. Turns out the friend didn't really want to go on the trip. She was meeting a guy, her best friend, her soulmate. Apparently, these two have been messaging each other for years. My wife didn't know this, but obviously found out about it and told me. But she just ignored it because it wasn't our business. We didn't tell the husband. It was a weird WTF kind of thing. I do not know the husband at all. I barely know this friend. I was thinking, not my circus, not my monkeys. So here's the thing. The friend asked my wife to go on another trip, and that she will pay probably about $3,000 for the sole purpose of cheating on her husband again. My wife was gleefully ecstatic about going on a free trip. She will be the alibi for her friend cheating.
Oof. Oh, puppy poopy.
Am I the asshole for being outraged, feeling betrayed, feeling that our marriage is a fucking joke, and frankly wanting to end it?
Okay, so it went on just a little bit further. Honestly, I respect what he was saying at the end. He was saying he's thinking about, well, he needs to go ahead and say, you know, your decisions have consequences. And when you come back, the locks are going to be changed. That's pretty much what he's thinking about saying. Now, here's the thing about this one. This is a double the woman has to go situation. Hold on. I try not to leave these lights on behind me because they could be like a glare. There we go. All right. So, one big major F up of this woman is if your woman is helping her friends cover up cheating, leave her. She's for the streets. Because for one, if her friend is for the streets and cheat, she's no different. Ain't no way no virtuous woman is finna befriend a bunch of clowns or women for the streets. And even if she did, she'll eventually realize, like, what happened in those situations, the few times where if a virtuous or a decent woman gets a man and she realizes she knows all her friends are for the streets, she quickly will start to cut off contact with them. Because if that man is a leader like he's supposed to and a good God-fearing man, he's going to cut off her access. He's not going to force her to, because that's abusive. A good God-fearing man isn't going to force this woman to do anything, but he's going to give her the ultimatum. Like I would. Like, look, I can already tell by the way your friends dress, by the way they talk, the stupid shit they be saying. I can already tell that they for the streets. So, if this relationship gonna work, I'm gonna be honest with you, love. They gotta go. And I'm not forcing you to cut them off. But if you don't cut them off, then go on ahead and go back with them. Because this relationship, I ain't even finna attempt. That's one. Two, my woman will not be going, I say this all the time, and this may piss off a lot of people because y'all got these Americanized views, but, bruh, come on, I'm not like America. You know my views by now. If you watch all my videos, you know by now my views are vastly different from most Americans. I'm not, bruh, my woman is not going on no girls' nights out or girls' trips and expect to still be my woman. Now, again, she has the freedom to do whatever she wants. But here's the thing. When I'm in a relationship, and my woman do what she has to do and follow the rules, listen, and not cross boundaries, then she don't have to worry about an expense. But like I said in an earlier video, if she decides that, hey, love, it's my body, my choice. I decided that I respect your opinion, but at the end of the day, I decide that I'm an adult and, you know, I have the freedom to go on girls' trips all I want. Me and my girls, we got a trip planned next week, and, you know, there's nothing you could do to stop me. You know what I'm going to say? All right, love, I respect that. But just know, for one, you're paying for your own trip, or you better hope your friends pay for it. And two, when you get back, your shit will be packed. So don't come in the door. Just go ahead, grab your suitcases. I'll have you, you know, when you're ready, I'll call a moving van. If we've been together for a long time, you know, I'll be fair, get you a hotel for at least one weekend somewhere. So then after that, you're going to have to, you know, call your parents or ex or whoever or whatever and have them pick you up. Because at that point, you on your own. That's all it's going to be. I'm not finna force her. I'm not finna argue. I'm not finna scream. Like, no, bro. She for the streets. Yeah, in this situation, that woman needs to be gone. He shouldn't be with this woman to begin with. Now let's get to the next question. My husband, no, not that one. I already said that. I'm not doing that one. Hold on, I'm missing one. Oh, here, no, okay. Here we go. Fuck, I clicked on the wrong thing. I clicked on the wrong thing again. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Okay, now there's an ad. You know what? Hold on. So, what this one is about, it says, my husband says I wasn't attractive enough to cheat on him. I've heard this one before.
Advice. This is a 34-year-old woman. My husband, who's 30, said I wasn't attractive enough to cheat on him. Question mark. My husband said I wasn't attractive enough to cheat on him? My husband is gorgeous. Everybody says so. I consider myself pretty, but unremarkable. My features aren't exactly supermodel material, but I do the best I can with what God gave me. I have nice skin thanks to skincare, a decent body thanks to the gym, and so on. But compared to my husband, I might as well be a troll. Even my own mom thought my husband must be gay and in the closet or hiding sketchy things because of how much more attractive he is than me. It's the first thing people notice when we're out. I've had women flirt with him right in front of me and have had 2 girls I know try to get with him behind my back. I even question why he's with me sometimes. I'm insecure about it, but my husband has always said that he loved me and thought I was beautiful and did not listen to other people. Yesterday changed everything. I bumped into an old boyfriend from college. We parted.
Now, up until now, when I was first listening to this, I was thinking this is going to be one of the stories where the woman is actually a good, decent woman, probably, and she's the one that's more into her husband, that when a woman is actually feminine to the wrong man type situation. This is what I was thinking this was going. But this is where I realized that she may not actually be shit. Listen to this.
On good terms, and it turns out he's doing very well for himself in his career. My husband has always said that he loved me and thought I was beautiful and did not listen to other people. Yesterday changed everything. I bumped into an old boyfriend from college. We parted on good terms, and it turns out he's doing very well for himself in his career. I'm looking to change jobs, and I'm pretty decent at what I do. We exchanged LinkedIns. There was nothing inappropriate about our conversation, and I would have no problem if my husband was there to hear it.
Of course you would have no problem if your husband was there to hear it, because he would have caught you in the act talking to an ex, and he would have told you no. This is bullshit. Even if, by any means, she's doing this to be friendly, one of them still wants to smash the other. I'm telling you that from a fact. There's no way 2 exes that separated amicably, unless her ex was on some creep stuff or something and she had to avoid. But even then, if he leveled up and she gave him another chance, he probably still have those feelings. There's absolutely no way that this was a friendly exchange. And then
my husband started an argument the minute I came home. He said he read through my LinkedIn message and swore my ex was flirting with me. I said,
bruh, I guarantee you he was flirting with her, but she tries to make it innocent because, they were probably going to try to, be a little secretive about this thing. No, absolutely not. No, you were not reconnected with any ex. Absolute no. This would have been bruh, she probably would have had to go. Cause I'm gonna have a conversation with her. Look, here's the thing. I always say this. I'm gonna have a bunch of boundaries and rules set for my woman. Because for one, we gonna be getting in a relationship and you ain't gonna have to worry about a bill. But I feel like as a provider of my household, I should have the right to have rules. Now in America, that's looked down upon. How dare you have standards as a man? You're supposed to love that woman no matter what. You're supposed to do everything for that woman. You're supposed to be a slave for that woman. That woman shouldn't have to do anything but sit there and be beautiful. Man, shut that stupid simp ass shit up. We don't simp over here, bro. Over here, we simp for God. How about that? Ain't got time to simp for no woman. Now, here's the thing with this, bro. She gotta go. She gotta go. Cause why would you even do that? Why? Now I get beta males and simps will fall for that shit. Like, oh, it's harmless. She can still be friends with her ex. Some men even let their woman have male friends, and some even let them hang out with the male friend. What the bro, how clueless and goofy do y'all have to be? I gotta check on my electric in my truck. My truck ain't on too long, then eventually I gotta cut it on and restart the battery. Alright. But yeah. And the thing that really got this woman wasn't even the fact that her husband started this argument. Oh wait, hold on, let me say something else.
He wasn't. My husband then made fun of my ex's looks, and it was some of the cruelest things I've ever heard him say.
Now, this is why I wanted to go on. I wanted to talk about the husband, too. That's some man-child, weak-ass shit. I'm going to be honest. Neither one of these two people are worth a shit. The woman, clearly for the streets, clearly still got something going on with her ex. Either that, or she's clueless and disrespectful enough to allow someone that still has feelings for her to get her contact. Regardless, she ain't worth a shit. Now the man, he's a man-child that feels the need that he has to put down another man to feel better about himself. Despite however good this guy looks, he's still an insecure boy. It don't make sense, bro. I'm gonna make a whole video on that too, of why it is a foolish thing to do as a man, to sit there and compete or talk down about other men, bro. I remember being in the military. I remember so many situations, but I'm going to talk about some on another video, bro, of like when women will come around. I even said it in a song I made, bro. What I say, I can't even remember because I ain't listened to the song in so long. I stopped listening to music because I'm trying to get closer to God. But pretty much I've been in so many different situations where a woman will come around, especially in the military, and then the men around me will start down talking me to try and, upgrade themselves. Like, oh, if I talk shit about the dude that I feel the most threatened by, which, I'm always quiet and humble, but a lot of people are threatened by me. So, if I down talk the person that I feel the most threatened by, then the woman will think I'm cool. No, it does the exact opposite. It makes the woman think, why are they talking so much, shit about this dude? It must be something going on with this dude that this many people are talking shit about him. But that's for another video. Now, yeah, this is some man-child shit. You don't talk about the man. You just leave the woman. Oh, you want to reconnect with your ex? Talk about jobs? Okay, love. Pack your shit and go with him. That's all I'm going to say. What need do I got to talk about another man for? He can have her, bruh. I don't care. I'm not finna fight or argue over no woman with another man, bruh. Come on now. I'm done with this one. I've been talking too long. It's a little more to it, but that's it. Y'all done learn what y'all need for this one. All right, here's another one. This is the last one.
Started to cheat on my wife, who's 38, but stopped halfway through. Do I still tell her?
What? Well, does that mean...
Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. Like the people who keep this country moving.
These ads come on at the wrong time.
I stopped halfway through. I only did a little.
Halfway through.
So, yeah,
I only did a little cheating.
Right.
My wife and I have a great...
That's cap. This man... this man probably, completed early or something. No, I remember, we finna hear it. Just listen.
Great relationship.
And free.
My wife and I have a great relationship. I can't say I have any real complaints. We have been together for 5 years, married for 2 of those, and up until now, I would have said I would never stray. I was away for work last week, and while I was in the hotel, a young woman, 21, sat next to me and began to flirt with me. I was extremely flattered by the attention. I have to admit it was a real ego boost to be flirted with by someone so young, as I've started to get that middle-aged dad bod and have been feeling like I'm losing my looks a bit. After a bit of talking, the woman invited herself back up to my hotel room where we began to have sex. For me, it was all about the thrill of being desired by someone other than my wife, especially by a very young woman. I was slightly drunk, and I figured I'll probably never get the opportunity to sleep with a 21-year-old again.
Ew.
But the thrill wore off very quickly as I realized that I wasn't enjoying myself. This girl was not good in bed. She basically just laid there and starfished. Sometimes she would pull herself into what she thought was a sexy pose, but that was it. She didn't seem interested in me at all. I might as well have been a human dildo because she seemed more interested in herself and how sexy she thought she was.
Okay, here's the thing. about this one. I got a lot to say about this one. For one, men, if you really love yourself, you really want to be the best version of yourself, and you really want to be the most, the best, most masculine version of yourself, and be the closest you can be to God, then stop drinking, bro. There's no benefit to that shit. Absolutely no benefit. It's in the Bible. Now, here's what I got to say about this man. This man is weak. This is weak beta male shit right here, bro. Because here you can't even control your emotions enough to avoid this shit, bro. This man is lacking of God right here. Now, he probably believe in God. He might go to church and ask for forgiveness on Sundays and tithe. But he don't follow God like he's supposed to, bro. Because, bro, no. If you know for a fact as a man that you don't want one woman, then don't be a beta male or simp and cuff one woman and then turn around and cheat on her, bro. That shit is weak. Just be honest. Now, God isn't the most fond of, being single and having multiple women, as I found out. But that is more respected than getting with a woman and then committing adultery. That's literally adultery, whether you married a woman or not, because the Bible's definition of marriage is completely different from America. If you get in a relationship with a woman, y'all are considered married in the Bible. So if you cheat on her, you are now committing adultery because you were weak. Oh, I couldn't help it. Her opinion on me was more important than me being true to myself as a man. Bruh, get out of here with that weak ass shit. And here's the thing, bruh. This man only feels guilty about this because he probably in his mind like, bro, if I'm going to cheat on my woman, at least let it be a good experience. Not that the experience is bad. Now I feel like I've cheated for no reason. Which, bro, you don't want to be honest because you're trying to better yourself as a person. You want to be honest. Honestly, I don't know why. It's probably just weighing heavy on his mind. He probably feel guilty. But, yeah, the only reason he stopped halfway through, that's what I'm trying to get at. The only reason he stopped halfway through is because the woman wasn't really into him. Now, here's the thing I got to say about this woman. This is probably one of them super attractive women that's just either super for the streets, like a super thought, which pretty much women who rack up 100+ men a year because they so damaged from what they've been through in their past that the only thing that makes them feel good is being wanted sexually by a man. So they just spend their whole lives just getting they cheeks clapped. Either that's what she was, or she had just got done dirty by the man she wants but doesn't give a shit about her. And to level up and feel better about herself, she just go find the first decent looking man she can. And for a sexual standpoint, the other guy was just in the right place at the right time. But from I'm trying to better myself as a man to get closer standpoint, couldn't have been a worse situation, bro. This literally the enemy. This is the enemy sending someone at them, bro. Sending someone at this man. You want to know one of the most things? I don't know for sure if it's the most, but you don't want to know one of the most common ways the devil try to get at us? Through beautiful and attractive women, bro. Because a lot of them in this country are so lost and so gone that they're easily manipulated. They don't know that they're under spiritual attack by a demon, and demons just use them to lure men. That's why I say, bro, I need God. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm way better off than 97, 98% of men in this country. But I'm not perfect, bro. There are still beautiful women that show me attention. Like, I'm single, so it's not like I'm cheating. But still, even me, bro, I got to avoid most women, bro. I have to. I got to protect my energy. And the problem is, without God, I can easily avoid the ones that don't show me attraction. Because if you don't show me attraction, then what point do I have to try to have sex with you? But the ones that show me attraction, the ones that the devil is sending at me to get my energy, get at me, bro, I do need God. That's another reason why I say that man is cheating. He doesn't have God, bro. Or he probably have God, because God loves everybody. He gives everyone a chance. But here's the thing. He probably so straight away from God, he's missing all the clues. If God probably sent him multiple signals during that conversation with that woman not to do this, bro. I've lived through these situations, bro. I've been through these situations where God had to tell me to not know. Leave her alone, bro. That's why I said I need God. Because if the woman is beautiful enough that she's showing me some real attention, yeah, I'm not going to say I'm just going to turn thirsty. But, man, sometimes you just want to, blow a load off in her throat or something. I'm talking too much. Look, this video's over now. I've done the 3 questions. Y'all, that's why y'all need to get close to God, bro. Get into the Bible. Learn this stuff. And secondly, get close to God. Learn how to be on your own as a man. And then learn how to only deal with women that like you and actively chase you. But not any woman, though. Not any. You got to learn to tell if it's a good woman or if it's just a woman that the enemy is sending at you, bro. Because before I was really trying to follow God, bro, if she giving me attention, oh, she can get it. If she's beautiful and giving me attention, that's it. She can get it. But now, I gotta, the word is discernment. And I'm still working on that. But, God is helping me. That's why I say, bro, I can't do this without him. God has done so much for me in my life, bro. So y'all need to get close to him. That's why, bro, God is the only person. But he ain't a person. But God is the only being that I put above myself is God. When it comes to earthlings, I can't even say on first, because the Holy Ghost is technically in us, so the Holy Ghost is still on earth. The Holy Ghost is the part of the Trinity, part of God. So, other than God, the Trinity, I'm the only other person I need, bro. But definitely I need God more than I need myself. Because he's guided me and protected me through a lot of stuff. And I can't thank him enough for it. Y'all have a blessed night.